Hello guys, what's up? Welcome to Hooption. For many young NBA athletes, their first paycheck from the big leagues is the most money they've ever seen. In some cases, it can make them millionaires overnight. Things can get a little overwhelming with the pressures of what is and isn't a good investment. Some athletes choose to splurge on shopping sprees and cars, while others enjoy the simpler things in life. In this video, we're going to talk about how some of the big NBA stars spent their first big paycheck. But before we jump in, please make sure you've pressed that red subscribe button along with the tiny bell icon to enter into our monthly shoutout giveaway. Just comment down below saying I subscribed and we will enter you into the giveaway. LeBron James. LeBron James received his first paycheck from Nike in 2003, the year he was drafted #1 overall by the Cleveland Cavaliers. At the time, he was 18. The check was FedExed to his former PR manager, Chris Dennis's home. After I hand-delivered it to him, LeBron took that multi-million-dollar Nike check, deposited it, and came out with maybe $2,000 in cash, Dennis said. He never spent or indulged in a frivolous manner when the money came. While he banked more than 99% of that first check, he did take his closest friend to an amusement park, Dennis recalled. Today, despite having earned millions over his NBA career, James still plays it safe with his money. That's not to say he never treats himself. James splurges on something that matters to him, his car collection. As he said, "That's the one thing that I love. I love cars." Harrison Barnes bought his dream mattress. "The first thing I bought was a really nice bed," Harrison Barnes told CNBC. "For me, growing up, really having a nice bed was something that I always wanted." Barnes, who was drafted 7th overall in 2012 and earned a $2.8 million salary as a rookie, did his research before making the purchase. "I definitely tried out every bed in the mattress store. It was like Christmas," he added. "You have the ability and are fortunate enough to be able to choose whatever you want, which was new for me. Usually, whatever store I walked in, I'm buying the cheapest thing possible, if that. So to be able to go into a mattress store and say, I'm going to choose the bed I want to sleep on and choose one of the nicer ones, that was pretty cool." Shaquille O'Neal. Shaquille O'Neal was not one of the modest spenders. Instead, he blew a whopping $1 million within a few hours. In 1992, he signed a huge endorsement deal with a trading card company and found ways to spend all that money in one day. He went to a Mercedes dealership, picked out a car that he liked, and wrote a check for $150,000. After he told his father about his purchase, his dad said he wanted a Mercedes too, and so did his mother. So Shaq bought each of them one. He then bought some jewelry and paid off his mom's house. The thing he didn't think about, though, was that he owed taxes on the money, and a few days later he found out his bank account was negative. Needless to say, he learned a valuable lesson. Andre Iguodala headed to Nike Town. Andre Iguodala's first NBA contract was, for 4 years, $9 million. He said in an interview, "You get an advance over the summer, and just before the draft, you get an advance for trading cards, an advance for a shoe contract. I remember a loan agency floating me until I got the advances. They sent me a check for $25,000. The Golden State Warriors star, who was 20 at the time, bought a whole bunch of pairs of Jordans, he says. "I spent like $2 or $3 grand and it felt like I spent $1 million. I didn't know how to spend money." Amar'e Stoudemire. In 2015, Amar'e Stoudemire was the 7th highest paid player, raking in $26.4 million in that year alone. He didn't grow up wealthy. Although his family was stable, they didn't have much, so when he received his first NBA-sized paycheck, he was overwhelmed by the amount. "When I first got the paycheck and I saw all those zeros, it was for like $300,000, I thought, man, this is like the Richie Rich movie. You wake up and now you're rich," he said. Stoudemire was excited and astonished by the money he now had, so he decided to splurge on a few gifts for himself and his family. In addition to getting some new clothes and jewelry, a truck, and a nice apartment, he bought his mom her own house and took his brother shopping. The promise of a high income had influenced his decision to skip college and go straight to the NBA. "I wanted to make sure I was able to take care of my family," he says. Allen Iverson. Allen Iverson, nicknamed The Answer, played for the Philadelphia 76ers and Denver Nuggets in a career spanning 15 years. Like most NBA players, Iverson splashed out big and treated his huge entourage with gifts, cars, holidays, and experiences well beyond his means. Like any entourage, they bled him dry. At one point, Iverson listed his monthly income at $69,000. with expenses over $400,000. He made a decision in 2001 that would ultimately save him from his future self. He signed a very unique endorsement deal with Reebok. In addition to paying $800,000 a year for life, Reebok also set aside $32 million in a trust fund that Allen would not be able to access until he turns 55 in the year 2030. Well guys, I hope you liked this video. What did you think about these purchases? Let us know in the comments below. And if you haven't subscribed to our channel yet, please do so. With that being said, we'll see you in the next video.